Day 8 of Locktober. I am so tired. It is literally 8 p.m. Usually I start this in the morning, but I worked a double today. Luckily, I was able to get sent home early, so I'm able to get this in and posted, keep the streak going. We are on day 8. I haven't missed a day. I really don't want to do any of this. I'm super tired because I didn't get much sleep, but I figured the quicker I get it over with, the better I feel about it. So this is, a prime example of doing what needs to be done regardless of how I feel. So first things first, let's get this mile. All right, we're a mile in. Good start. Today we got 16 pull-ups, 18 knee raises. It's 11, 5 more. Oh, that one was so rough. So freaking tired. Mile is out of the way. Our 16 pull-ups and 18 hanging knee raises is, but we got to do our weigh-in, physique check, and then we'll do our high chain routine. Weighing in at 159.7, so we just about 160, but we're making progress. All right, day 8. Since we finished our last book, I'm going to be reading Atomic Habits. I've already read it, but really good book, and it's been a while, so why not reread it? This is obviously a lot bigger of pages than the other books, so I'm just gonna have my goal be at least 3 pages. This book starts out talking about this British cycling team that was so bad for 100 years. They won like 1 medal out of the Olympics, and the Tour de France, which is the cycling's biggest race, no British cyclist had ever won that event. And it wasn't until they hired this coach that had them implement tiny improvements to just all types of aspects in cycling. It was just tiny tweaks they could do to slowly improve, and these tiny tweaks led them to becoming a dominant team and winning majority of the gold medals. And it all started just by doing little tweaks. It says improving by 1% isn't particularly notable, but it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. The difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. Here's how the math works out. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you'll decline nearly down to 0. What starts as a small win or a minor setback accumulates into something much more. Dude, I can't write with my left. Right, read 3 pages, and now we have our vocab words. Starting with appurtenance, which is an extra part that makes something better. Repressible means can be controlled or held back. Volubility means the ability to speak or write easily. Adherence means sticking strongly to something. And indescendant means the most power or influence. So the first thing that comes to mind is literally this routine tonight because it was such a challenge for me. I'm so tired and it's late and I really don't want to do it. I didn't want to do any of it, but I did all that I've done so far. The mile was the first big step, and that's really the first thing that got the momentum going. First step is usually the hardest just because you have no momentum, you're just stagnant. So I think the traits that have helped me is just having the courage to start, because once you start, you get momentum. And then after you have momentum, it's just the discipline to keep going. Alright, all of these are out of the way. Now, we aren't going to be doing these besides, you know, posting this video to YouTube because it is late and I don't have the energy to work out. I'm just going to have a great workout in the morning. Since I was scheduled for a double today, usually I just take these days as rest days. But, you know, we got everything we needed to do and I really didn't want to do it. So I feel so much better, you know, now that it's over. I could have, you know, felt the guilt of not doing what I needed to do, but I did do it. So I can relax now. I can just feel good about it. It's definitely the hardest day so far just because I started so late. So my daily task today is just to go to sleep before midnight. I'm going to do that so I can wake up at a good time, have a great start to my day. But like I said, I just want to use this as an example to do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel, because it will pay off. You know, this is just one more check in the books, and it's also continuing the streak, not letting it die. So really glad that I didn't let it die. Let's keep it going like always. Fuck wasted potential and stay sedulous.